So once again, I asked ChatGPT what to do today. And pretty much, basically I said, yesterday I spent about 5 hours on Minecraft and I did loads and I felt very accomplished. It was great. We had a great time in the Nether and we did the ocean monument, but we haven't actually done any building. We haven't built the base, and that's kind of what we're ready for next. But on the other side, in RimWorld, we kind of didn't really do much. We cleared out the pit gate from the void, and we didn't provoke the void. I've kind of like just didn't do it for whatever reason. And that was mainly because I'm kind of like prepping for it, because I kind of know what's coming. But really I need to stop dilly-dathering and just provoke the void. So then I was like, I don't know what I want to play today. Do I play Minecraft or RimWorld? And the final recommendation, basically it went through quite a lot, right? Like, so recommendation. So option 1 is focus on Minecraft. Option 2 is focus on RimWorld. Suggested plan for splitting the time. Start with Minecraft, then switch to RimWorld. So the final recommendation is start with Minecraft and quickly clear the manageable goal. So we're starting on Minecraft again. I'm not gonna lie, like, I'm really enjoying letting ChatGPT decide what I do. I might implement this in, like, where do I clean first around the house? I have to clean the kitchen. I have to do the living room, but that has all the ironing, and I don't really like doing the ironing, but it needs to be done. Or I could go into the bedroom. If I go to the study first, I tend to just clean the study and then sit down and play video games, and the rest of the house gets neglected. What should I do? And see what it does. See what it says. So I've been quite enjoying using ChatGPT. Anyway, that's enough of that. Let's go over to Minecraft. So this is entirely powered by ChatGPT today, which is pretty fun. I'm enjoying using it. It's quite, the gimmick is lasting for a little bit. The NASA Viper mission that was supposed to launch next year just got cancelled. Did it? It got cancelled? I missed that. Okie dokie. So, at the end of the stream, let's figure out where we were. We still have that Curse of Vanishing book. I finished off, like, pretty much we finished. Oh, I've still got 30 seconds of water breathing potion. Fantastic. Well, you know what we don't need now? We don't need the other 2 water breathing potions, at least not where we are. I'll probably keep them. I'm gonna take the... Actually, you know what? We're gonna go back to the monument and we're gonna get a little bit more prismarine. I'm gonna just get the prismarine blocks themselves because I want to make a conduit, right? We've got the conduit here, and that's gonna be our kind of primary goal today. And then we're gonna start doing base layout stuff. Now, I was looking, before the stream, I was kind of looking for good build palettes with the tough blocks, with these things. And I wanted to add, like, so I want to figure out a way of adding color to this and, like, using these blocks, but, like, actually using it with color and things like that. Wait, hold on a sec. No, you can't. Okay, good to know. That's a good floor block. Yeah, that's a good floor block. I was kind of hoping that you could get this facing on this face here, but I don't think you can. Well, I mean, either way, I like this pattern there, like with the zigzags and stuff. Anyway, before the stream, I was kind of like saying, well, I want to use the tough blocks, and I don't know how to use these effectively in builds and stuff. And I think the reason why people like this so much, it's not a grey. It's got like a grey with a tint of green in there. I don't know if you can see it. There's like a green. And I was watching a YouTube video that went into like the color theory behind builds and how to do it. It was someone called Dippy Blether, which someone I've never came across before. But like I was watching one of their videos and they kind of like combined them with like a bunch of different colors from the color wheel. So they had like this with pink, which surprisingly looks very, very good. But I can kind of see it, like there's like the pink and the green, and I guess it makes sense with like flowers and stuff, like you have the pink. So they were using a very nice like cherry wood with these blocks, and it seemed to work very well. They seemed to balance quite well, but I don't think that would work with the theme that we've got going underneath there. But something that they did do is they used a lot of red blocks like these, and like these together weirdly look very good. And like there was other blocks that she used as an example, and she used this in like a castle interior, but I think in like for like a cyberpunky feel where I want nice bright colors, like those two blocks go really well together. And so the color theory behind it is that you've got the greeny gray here that can naturally turn into the green, and then the opposite side of the color spectrum is the reds. So you're kind of like complementing each other very well, or at least that's the idea. Now I don't know if the dark prismarine would go well with this. I think it kind of does on like the green spectrum. This is closer to like blue though, I found that the prismarine is. So I mean, I think that is going to be like kind of our palette, like this sort of a thing. So this would be like a roof with the copper blocks, which I don't currently have. Actually, do I have any copper? Yeah, so I've got some copper. So again, like this was something else that was working very well with this like red palette, because there's like elements of green in this. It kind of balances like the red and the green, and it's got the reddy orangey stuff, and it just seems to balance very well. So these are kind of like the colors that I want to use, and I've really like seriously tried to make it, like tried to figure out like what we could do. And there was like, she used even like netherrack as well, which I was surprised, but she managed to make it like work really well. So anyway, so that was Dippy Blather, which is on YouTube. I don't think they've got a very big following, but she seems to know what she's talking about with like color theory at least. And I listened and I was like, oh, that would work really well, at least kind of. I think I can maybe make that work in like a cyberpunky thing. You see, you've got like the even brighter red there, if that makes sense. And then on this side we can have like the copper blocks for like kind of a roof trim. I don't know, or maybe like kind of a bleed-in thing. And then with the tuff, like the tuff is kind of like the block that is in the middle that kind of separates your blues and your reds, because blue and red next to each other never works, right? Speaking of space stuff, you see about the ISS deorbit vehicle by chance? I did see that. Yeah, that looks interesting. So again, like I could even add like a mossier green to this as well. That was something else that we could kind of add. I don't like the prismarine against the moss. So, I mean, there was just like ideas that they seem to, that Dippy Blather had, that I thought would work really well with the builds that I wanted to build. So I'm kind of a little bit excited by that. I don't have very many of these blocks though, so we are going to have to get like the nether wart blocks and the nylium and probably some redstone blocks, because I'm probably going to use redstone in my build, which is new for me. I've never really used that as a building block before. So that's something that I need to think about. Also, other things, the jungle wood, for instance, this could be quite a good block that goes along with it, because this has naturally got the greens. This goes into like a browner kind of feel, but from that you can get your oak planks into it, and the oak planks kind of go well with like the copper look. There's like a very close hint to it. So yeah, I've got ideas. Looks like a KSP creation of a dragon capsule. What's that? The ISS deorbit vehicle. No, do you know what? Why don't you link that in my Discord and I'll have a look at it later. Because I think I know what you're on about, but actually I'm now no longer sure what you're on about. And that could just be because I'm being dumb. So yeah, I've got some ideas. But in order for me to do that, I'm going to need quite a bit of copper. I want to smelt a bunch of copper down, actually. So let's get some charcoal going. I'll probably use the charcoal to smelt down the copper. These copper blocks here I'm gonna keep because I think we can use them somehow. I'm just gonna have a play around, I think. Now, I don't suspect I'm gonna make too much progress with the actual base build today, but having a palette and marking out different areas, like the size of the build and stuff, we can add the color and the texture after, but if we know kind of what we're making, then, you know, I'm gonna have a little bit more of a good idea, I think. And then we can start moving things. I think the first thing I want to do is create an actual storage system that is well organized. So the first thing I want to go and do then today, I want to get some more prismarine. That's going to be our first thing. So we're going to take some water breathing potion. I'm only going to take one. We're going to take Rich with us as well because we didn't really use him in the last thing, and I feel bad. You know, I built him up and then we never actually used him. I don't need the axe. So we'll go out to the water monument first. We'll get some more prismarine. I'm probably going to kill a bunch of guardians, to be honest. Posted the picture of its form. Oh, Discord is not working. I'm not even logged on Discord. That's why it's not working. Aha! Here, let me have a look. I really like that. I like that. That looks cool. So that's what SpaceX are going to use to deorbit the ISS. Interesting. Interesting. It's got like 30 Draco engines in the back. I'm like, is that gonna be enough thrust? Well, I don't know. The Draco engines are can be pretty powerful, right? They can turn those up. Okay, and now something else that we could kind of do that we don't have access to is mangrove. Wait, how have I got a mangrove boat, but I don't have any mangrove wood? Oh, I think I took that boat with me. That's the one thing that survived from the old colony, I see. Maybe we should get rid of that. But we do have quite a lot of jungle wood around here, and I think using the jungle wood is going to be smart in the build in itself. And we can really use like the jungle and the copper as like a shader, and then bring out these really bright reds as well in like patches. Yeah, so I don't know. I've got ideas. I'm not sure I'll go as deep as dark as the netherrack, but it is an option. Like this nether brick is an option here. But yeah, I also like this can be attached back to the green, and if I really wanted to, we could strip that down and use that as well. So yeah. Right, let's go and get some more prismarine. How many? We've only got one water breathing potion, so that's fine. Oh, that's a good coffee. Jesus, I've just switched coffees. So I've got a brand new blend of coffee. Every so often I like to change my blends so I'm not just drinking the same stuff over and over. This is a really good one. I like this one. I'm not sure which one it is. Because I've got two on the go at the moment, and I can't remember which one I put in the cup. Okay, so this could be a problem. Ow. Right, I think, what do I want to make this out of? First off, let's actually drink the water breathing potion. So we've got 8 minutes. Do you know what? Alexa, start an 8-minute timer. Okay, it didn't listen. Alexa, start a 7.5 minute timer.
7 minutes and 30 seconds, starting now.
Thanks, Alexa. Okay, we're gonna go through this bit. I think, okay, maybe this is not the best of our places. Do you know what? How many's here? 1, 2, 3. Oh boy. Down. Down you go. Come on. Don't get stuck. Okay, we're getting stuck. Sure. Ow. Don't get stuck. Oh god, there's loads of them. Jesus Christ. They are actually everywhere. This is one of the problems with these water monuments, is that I'm effectively fighting, oh god, the Guardians the entire time. I need to be very careful with this. Oh, get out of here. Okay, let's move from this area, shall we? I need to move into a less dangerous area to do this, I think. I'll tell you what we need to do. We need to find, like, a area like this, where there's only, like, 1 or 2 of them. Kill it, and then block it off like that. And then we can kind of mine the area around it. Now, I want the dark prismarine here, because we're going to use that in the build, so we'll take as much of that as possible. Do you know what I didn't really bring? I didn't really bring very many picks, and I feel like that is going to be a mistake. Okay, that's actually the floor, so I'm going to take that because we can use this prismarine here, I think. I'm just going to block this off. Yeah, I only have 1 pick. I feel like I've made a mistake here. Oh, will you look at that? It's an area where I can breathe. Now, does this turn into the prismarine bricks? I don't think it does. I mean, obviously at some point I'm going to create a prismarine farm. And probably sometime soon, actually. Because I'm going to need quite a lot of prismarine. But I think for the time being, I will be able to utilize the dark prismarine I've kind of got in and around the building. Okay. I guess once I've mined out a lot of the dark prismarine, I'm going to go for just killing the Guardians. And that's probably the best. Hello, can you please swim into that block? Thank you. Come on, Rich, get him. No, you're not doing it? Hey, we did it. Okay. Right, where are you, Rich? Oh. It died. No? Did it die? There we go. We got him. He came back. We We got the achievement at least. That's pretty cool. I thought he was safe, but he wasn't safe because he kind of got underneath the building. And this is not safe anywhere around here. Outside the building is not safe. I need to get back inside now. Okay, so now the only way for us to get Prismarine is to kill the Guardians. So not overly fun, in all honesty. Okay, there's 4 in here. Bring them to us. No? Aha, we got one on his own. I think that's what I have to do. I kind of have to get the ones that are on their own. The annoying bit is when they drop stuff that I don't care about. I'm gonna break all the sea lanterns as well because that will give us resources and we don't need the pick for that. I didn't have a silk touch pick. Oh god, this chamber is not good. This chamber. I don't think the shield actually does anything. Ow. Eat. Heal up. Oh boy. There is a point where you just can't stop, right? Like you can't stop moving because otherwise it's just gonna get you. Okay, we can take on 3, I think. Alexa, stop. Okay, that's my time limit anyway, so we have to leave. Because I don't have a way out now, do I? Keep moving. Keep swimming. Dude, get out my way. Thank you. Okay. That wasn't too bad. I mean, we didn't really get too many, but we got enough Prismarine to actually make the conduit. I mean, at some point we're going to have to make a, yeah, at some point we're going to have to make a proper Guardian farm because we're gonna want Prismarine, right? Especially with the underwater build, Prismarine is like perfect opportunity. The sea lanterns in themselves are like bang on. I'm trying to think of like other red blocks, and I just realized there's coral as well, which we might be able to do, but I think I need Silk Touch for that. I really like the redstone and the warts and stuff out of this palette. It could look a little bit messy. I'll have to find some balance. Right, let's go. What can I make with those? I can make anything I want. Okay, cool. So let's go. I mean, I've got a stack and a half worth of the Dark Prismarine, which was kind of good. Let's go and make a conduit, shall we? Or at least a temporary placeholder for a conduit. I don't know how. I'm gonna keep the Pick of Hope with me, I guess, for the time being. Eventually we will make a small little aquarium for Rich. And hope he doesn't die. There he is. He's still there. So we've still got a water breathing potion available, which is great. Let's go and put the cod away. We don't need any more cod, but we've got some. And we've almost got a bit of a good enough amount of copper here. I am going to turn this into the copper blocks. Oh, really? It was only enough for like 3 to make the last one. So we're going to have to go and get quite a bit of copper, let's be honest, right? Like, I want this to weather though. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I want these to weather. Get rid of that because I don't know whether it counts the other blocks as weathering blocks. So we're going to have to get quite a bit of copper. So at some point we're going to have to go mining, I think. Okay, so let's make our conduit. We've got our conduit with us. We've got our prismarine. Let's go and do that. And then we're going to start building out a block of where I want the starter base to be. Once we've got the conduit put in place, we should be able to do that relatively quick. There's just something I want to do whilst I'm here, because this is annoying me. So I accidentally put these 2 blocks down, and I didn't have a pick to be able to deal with it. There we go. Now normality has been restored. At least for the time being. Okay, let's go and so this here, and I think it's this block. Or is it? I think it's where the top of the head is. I think it's there. So if we wait, no, stop it. Going to build it up here. Put that there. So that actually gives off light, which is pretty cool. And we want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Let's break that. 13. Let's get some air. 14, 15, 16, 17. There we go. We've got conduit power. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. How many do we need again for full conduit power? 30, 31, 32, 33. Hold on, let me... Hold on. What I love about this is that I can now see the ocean floor. This is great. This is great for me. We've got the actual best thing in the world. This is great. So now I can kind of like see what we're dealing with actually. So the first thing I'm noticing is that we need to get rid of all these reeds because these aren't great. The ocean floor themselves is made out of sand. We don't want this to be made out of sand, so there's going to be a lot of like clear up that we're going to do. So I think that's going to be our first goal, is to clear this up. And I think I'm going to turn this kelp actually, we'll set up like a super smelter. And I'm going to turn the kelp into kelp blocks because I think the kelp blocks could be useful decoration as well later on down the line. I'm probably going to want to get rid of all the sand because I don't want everything to be made out of sand at the bottom. But we'll kind of see. That is a lot of items. So now we've kind of got the conduit up and running. We're good. Let me just work out, make sure that I've got the most. It's supposed to be 5, 6, 7, 8. I can't. This might be what I need to do. I might have to do it like that to give the maximum charge. I don't remember. It's been a long time since I've done a conduit. This is why I've got Aqua Affinity and why I wanted a good helmet as well. Oh boy. So yeah, I'm thinking I want to dry out this kelp and turn it into dried kelp blocks as well, because I think that's going to be quite a good building block. It's a unique enough block that you don't see enough. What is that down here? Oh, it's a geode. Okay, that's pretty cool. So I think the initial challenge here is going to be making sure that we lay out where the building is going to be, right? So we need to work out the building area where we're building in, and then we can start working on like footpaths and things. And I think for the actual city, I am going to have footpaths, and they're going to like kind of be arching over other builds and things like that. So we'll have like small buildings down towards the bottoms in places, but then we'll have like footpaths that go over them, or like other buildings that sit on top of those smaller buildings, and the smaller buildings end up being like kind of the anchor points of the city, holding up the rest of the city itself. I'm not sure. We'll figure it out. I mean, I don't have that much height room here, which is kind of good. That's good for me. That is our center point though, which is great. I don't think we need the internal ring. I can't remember. Let me Google actually real quick. Max conduit. Minecraft. It can, the range of the conduit depends on how it's built and can be 39 to 96 blocks in a spherical radius. The effect doesn't activate until the building includes at least 16 blocks. So you need 48. For example, a conduit with 21 blocks will have a range of 48 blocks. What? Here, hold on. Let me have a look at some visuals. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I've done it correctly. When conduit power is activated, you'll be able to breathe underwater, have night vision, and have haste. Excellent. In order to craft a conduit, you need to first obtain 2 key items in order to show. I already know that. I already know how to do that. I know that bit. Heart of the Sea. I know that bit. Ocean Monument. How to make a conduit. Yeah, okay. I've done it correctly. I've done it correctly. Yeah, this is exactly how you're supposed to do it. And this is how I remember doing it in the past, but I wasn't sure if I was doing it right in the past or whether I've done it wrong, because when we spoke about it yesterday, Animal said something which was which confused me a little bit, because it was like against what I remembered doing, but actually what he said is pretty much exactly what I've just done there. And now I've done it, it's like, actually, yeah, that's exactly what I would normally do. Or what I have done in the past, at least. But yeah, this is great. This is perfect. This is exactly what I wanted. I've got a conduit. So how far does it take me? Because something that I will now want to do is I want to kind of like map out how far I can go, and we've got this here as well, which is fan-freaking-tastic. Because I'm gonna need some amethyst, and basalt, and I'm gonna need all sorts. So actually, what I'm gonna do, one of the first things I'm gonna do, weirdly enough, is clear this out. Oh, the basalt is crazy good. And then we're gonna cover this up with a building of sorts, I think. Well, eventually we will. I've got to be really careful. I want the calcite too, because I think the calcite's gonna... There we go, we'll add that there. And I want to make sure that I'm being extra careful. Oh, we got some iron as well, which is going to be great. Very useful. Any, like, copper veins as well, we're really going to need to get today. Oh, we got some more iron hidden behind here, too. Very useful. I don't need as much iron as what I have, I guess, in the past, because I've kind of got past that, I guess, but at the same time, maybe I haven't. So the reason why I want this setup is because at some point I'll want the tinted glass, because the tinted glass is going to look brilliant in a cyberpunk kind of thing, and it will mean that I can have like a darker interior and not let light in or not let light out. So I can really control what's happening with the light. So that's kind of why I want to set this up. It's a little bit of work, but hey, it shouldn't take too long for me to get right. Oopsie daisy. The only problem is that I've filled up my inventory with kelp. Alright, that's the problem I'm seeing at the moment. But I can always dump this off somewhere. In fact, I might start making barrels for me to start bringing things down into my underwater base. I don't need the calcite right now, I guess, so I guess we can leave the calcite and just come back and clean that up at another point. So I've got a question. Does these grow underwater? If there's a water block. I guess we can answer that question if we had a bucket, which I don't have. Okay. So I can't answer that question then. Or at least I can attempt to answer it. Wouldn't actually be able to answer it. Oopsie. See, I'm not sure whether they will grow because there's water around it. So maybe it's one for us to watch a little bit. Oh, there's another one in here. I mean, if it does require water, we can build a simple structure somewhere around this just to keep the water out. Oh, are we full on calcite? Yes, we are. What do I want to dump? Dump the kelp. We can dump more kelp. Actually. No, I think I'll come back to this. Let's go and dump everything. That's what we're gonna do. I've still got conduit power over here, and I can't even see where the frickin' thing is. We've got conduit power, like, all the way out here. This is big. This is big, because this tells me that the entirety of the... So the city under here is going to be quite small. I think this is just... I think what I'm getting here is that there's going to be a small village under here, like with small buildings and things, and I'm not going to go over the top. And the rest is going to be above ground. Like, that's the mega build. I say mega build. I'll never build it. How far in this direction does it? When does it start cutting out? I've still got it. Still got it. Still got it all the way over here. This is huge. Probably gonna cut out. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so it will cut out in a sec. Let me in. Can you open, please? Thank you. Buried treasure. So around here, I do want to keep an eye out for the brush stuff. There it is. So this is the boundary, like right here, which is kind of cool. Maybe I should like create like a glass barrier around this. As kind of like, that would be an interesting project, as if we made this. Maybe not mob proof, because I would have to like see pickles and light everything up. That is actually a very good point. We're going to struggle. Oh, it suddenly goes dark. That's so weird. We are going to struggle when it comes to mob proofing our base. Okay, so we've got a lot of stuff here. I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go and get a bunch of wood so we can start creating chests or barrels. Probably barrels are gonna be... You can waterlog chests though, can't you? So maybe chests. And then I can start like putting most of the kelp in these places, and eventually, like I said, I'm gonna smelt all this down. In fact, actually, that's probably gonna be one of my first jobs, is smelting down the kelp, because we're just gonna have way too much. So let's take that with us. I'm gonna take this with us too. I would like, I'm gonna leave the cobble for the time being. We'll take that. I'm gonna take the dirt, as much of the dirt as I can, because we're gonna start building a barrier, an area of where we're gonna build. So then we can start cleaning stuff out. Actually, I need the cobble, don't I? So I'll tell you what, let's leave the basalt behind and we'll take the cobblestone. I am curious. I think that's the same treasure map that we've had before. So I'm gonna keep that here. We will have a hunt, but I think it's gonna go to the same place. So I think we've already got that harder to see. I don't need another conduit, to be fair, though. Like, that's one of the main things. Once I've got these stuff, I am actually going to, here, I'm going to put that calcite away, and we'll take as much of this kelp with us. Something else that we want is, I want to smelt down this iron. So let's swap the iron out, put the charcoal in. That is so we can make some hoppers. Because we're gonna need hoppers. I'm gonna do like a mini super smelter kind of thing. Like just a simple two stove chests, 4 hoppers kind of thing. So I need 4 hoppers. I need 2 double chests. So I've got plenty of wood. I just need the iron for the hoppers. Which, I'm going to be honest, I don't really have that much iron. So let's put in a little bit more. And whilst I'm kind of waiting, I guess we can take this iron with us, and then that will be the stuff that we can leave here for the time being. Eventually all of this will go over there, and then we'll sort it all out and stuff. But I'm gonna go and do a little bit of a leg stretch. I quite enjoyed yesterday, every hour having a leg stretch and a leg break. It means that I can fill up my coffee cup, because I usually drink that with an hour, and then I can get some more stuff. So that's what I'm gonna do. During that time, the ads will roll. So yeah, it's your time to go and get something to eat/drink. So I shall be back in a second. So just bear with me.